Hi, Assalamualaikum and good morning to my dear lecturer Miss Aisha and also my dear fellow classmates. We are from Group 8 and today we are going to present about movie review. The title that we have chosen is The Swimmers 2022. Introducing our teammates, first Radzlin Hidayah. She will talk about barriers to communication. Next is Rafe Khalfalla. He will present about types of communication. The third one is Rahimah. She will present about plot summary. The fourth, Reem Mohamed. She will introduce the movie. The last one is Rrudro. He will conclude and do the conclusion. This is our table of content. Throughout the presentation, we will discuss the main point, which is introduction, plot summary, type of communication, barriers to communication, and lastly, a conclusion. Now, we would like to start the presentation with Reem.
Hi everyone, I hope you all doing well. My name is Reem Mohamed Ibrahim and I will talk about the introduction about the interesting movie The Swimmers. The Swimmers directed by Salih Al-Husseini and released in 2022. It's a moving drama that tells a true story of Yusra and Sarah Mardini, two sisters who leave their war-torn home of Syria with hopes of finding better future and safety in Europe. The film begins with their happy childhood, which is suddenly interrupted by the start of war. Our purpose from this presentation is explore themes, characters, and the impacts of the film. In addition to that, we will talk in details about the types of communication and the barriers of communication that happened in the movie. Now I will leave you with Rahimah, who will tell you more about the plot summary. Thank you.
The next presenter will be Rahimah.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Rahimah. Thank you, Reem, for passing it to my turn. As we just hear the explanation of Reem's part, is the story of the Swimmers 2022 is about two sisters that flees from Syria. Now I would like to continue with my part, plot summary. The first one is Yusra and Mardini is two sisters surviving a perilous journey. Without me expose the spoiler, this has to do with the Mediterranean Sea connected to the Atlantic Ocean. So there's a scene where the plot is evolved the beginning. On the next one is Yusra and Mardini face challenges in unfamiliar countries. I am not going to mention you guys which country it is. I am going to let you guys guessing what kind of country is from west to east. You can guess from it. From it. And I remember watching this part where they are in unfamiliar family countries. I remember watching it and cried. It is because I really admire of how they survive, or of how they struggle, of how they are not giving up to achieve the dreams to be one of the swimmer Olympic, despite being far away from their family, their hometown. So I do respect them, and this part is really touching, and I remember it crying. And the last one is Yusra Olympic aspiration. It is a highlight the resilience of the refugee. It starts by how she attracts a coach with her swimming abilities. But after watching the videos, the movie itself, I think it is not just because of her swimming abilities, but it also involved with her how she strive and her being commit, and also how she managed to organize her thoughts. It is very important because from that she know what she wants and she focus on that.
The next presenter will be Rafi.
Hello everyone, my name is Rafe. I would like to talk about the four types of communication used in the movie Swimmers. So the first type is we have the verbal communication. This might include the use of words in communication if perhaps a particular message must be passed from one person to another. In simple terms, it's face-to-face interactions. In the movie, it happened when Sarah encouraged Yusra to keep swimming and stay strong as they pushed the overcrowded boat to safety. So the second type is the nonverbal communication. This type involves the movement of the hands, limbs, face, and eyes. We can clearly see that when Yusra and Sarah exchange determined looks and nods as they prepare to swim and push the boat to safety. That happened in the first part of the movie. So the third type is the written communication. This is the conveying of news, tips, notes, letters, and any form of written up message that is dispatched. An example of that is when Yusra and Sarah received letters and messages from their family and friend back home in Syria. Back in Syria. So, lastly, we have the visual communication. This type is used in the transmission of messages using figures such as video, logos, maps, charts, or any form of graphical development. We can have like a clear example of that in the movie is when Yusra and Sarah are on the overcrowded boat crossing the Asian Sea. um, the visual dimension of the disparate situation backed up tightly. So this is the four types of communications. And thank you, everyone.
The next presenter will be Radzlin.
Hi, my name is Lynn and I'll be presenting about the types of barrier communications. And first of it is the language barrier. Sarah and Yusra Mardini is two sisters that face a huge challenge as they move from Syria to Turkey and then to Europe. They couldn't understand or speak the language people use. This made their everyday life very difficult. In refugee camps, where getting the information was very important, and in the countries they settled in, learning the language was a key for them to fitting in. They often misunderstood things about the important services, medical care, and let alone simple daily conversations going around. And next is the emotional barrier. The trauma of fleeing the war-torn home, witnessing violence, and enduring the uncertainty of their future took a heavy toll on the Mardini sisters. This emotional burden created a barrier that made it difficult for them to open up, trust others, and let alone a meaningful connections. The stress and the anxiety they experienced made it challenging to express their feelings and seek support, impacting their mental health and overall well-being. And lastly is the legal and administrative barrier. The Mardini sisters face major difficulties when trying to navigate the complicated legal and administrative system in foreign countries. The asylum process was long and frustrating, with many bureaucratic obstacles. Language barrier made it even harder to understand legal documents and communicate with the officials. This caused delays, rejection, and limited access to essential services like housing and healthcare. The constant uncertainty about their legal status made them feel anxious and insecure. And that is all for my part. And I will let the next presenter present the slide. Thank you.
Lastly, Rrudro will closing the presentation with a conclusion.
I'm Ahsan Parvez Rrudro. Thanks to my friend to give me this opportunity to explain about the swimmers' conclusion. Right now, I will explain about the three parts of this conclusion. Like in summarize with this matter, throughout the swimmers 2022 movie highlights the terms of Ushar Mediterranean's indomitable spirit and determination after facing numerous challenges and escaping the Syrian conflict. Ushar completes in the 2016 Rio Olympic as a part of the Refugee Olympics team, achieving a significant and personal and symbolic victory. The film concludes with a message of hope, resilience, showcasing and transformative power of preferences and the impact of following one's dreams despite overwhelming odds. That's all.